Today I want us to move to error handling, but I won't want us to move to that error handling if we have not actually understand the way the basic Selenium flow works, because our understanding is actually the one that is going to help us when we are dealing with error handling. Like, that's what is going to help us to know the kind of exception and to know the kind of actions we are going to use. So what do you suggest we do? Should we have a quick test on maybe this login scenario? Because I gave out this register user as an assignment, and I feel like most of us did not do it. Mr. Victor did not do it. It's only what's the name? Princess and Mr. Samuel that confirmed that they did my assignment. So what do you suggest we do? Should we move to today's class, or we should go over this particular one that I gave out as an assignment before we move to today's class? Because our understanding of this, right, will make us to understand the next topic. And that's why I actually give out this as because I want us to interact with the elements, understand how it works. And that is what is going to make us to understand today's topic. Or we should just move straight forward to this
Yes,
topic.
let's go over it, ma. Let's go over it.
So now we should go over it. All right.
Yes.
Okay. We should go over it. Who else want us to go over it? At least one more person.
Let's go over it.
All right, let's open our Eclipse page. Let's open our Eclipse page. So for those of us that are just starting, I want us to create a new project, right? Or if you have created a new project, Mr. Emmanuel, you can just create a new package and name it automation exercise. So you'll be able to cache up. And for those of us that we have this automation exercise, let's just open the automation exercise class under the package, and we should open the register user class under our automation exercise. Do we get that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Mr. Iman, I want you to create a new package, name it automation exercise, and under the automation exercise package, create a new class and name it register user.
Okay.
Yes. And please, where did we stop last class? Please, Mr. Victor and others, where did we stop last class? Like, where did your code stop?
Verify sign up button. I'll be waiting.
They are trying to work with this test case, right? We've launched the browser, I'm sure of that. We've navigated to this particular URL, I'm sure of that. We've actually verified that home page is successful, is visible. We've done this. If click on this sign up and login button, yes, we've done this. Verify new sign up is visible. Have we actually tested for this case?
No.
Okay. Mr. Victor, same thing, right?
Yeah, I think we have tested for the sign up. That's the assignment. You asked us to click go and fill in the form after we confirmed the sign up page is visible. Then it brought out a form that we should enter the name, the email address, our date, the password, date of birth, and so on and so forth.
Okay. Please, I want others to confirm where we stop. Check your code. Run your code. Where did we stop?
Ma,
Mr. Emmanuel, have you created your class and your package under your class?
Yes.
You've done that, right?
Yes, I have.
All right. I want you to do this basic setup, right? Should I send you the code?
All right, ma.
All right. Let me send you the code to the chat. So I want you to just so you'll be able to catch up with today's class. So man, you wanted to say something. I'm with you.
I said where we stopped was click on the sign up button. That was where we stopped.
Click on the sign up button.
Mm.
So what's okay?
Then you gave the remaining as an assignment.
So you mean if you click on this sign up button, this is where we stop, right?
No, we've clicked on it. We've clicked on it. So it brought us to the account, enter account information. So
And that means you have actually created a new user and you click on this sign up.
yes, yes.
Okay, so we are going to continue from I just want us to work with this test case. So we are going to continue from
Enter the account information.
okay, so we are going to verify that enter the account information is visible before we now fill the details. The next code we are going to write is now to verify if the account information is visible. And how do you check that manually? So manually, right? For example, if I say test@gmail.com and I sign up, okay. Do we have that email? People the parallel. All right. So the next code that we are expected to write is to verify if enter account information is visible. And this is the enter account information. So who can tell us what we are going to do to actually do this, to actually achieve this? Anyone?
You can inspect it.
Then after we have expect,
You copy the parts, maybe inspect it by copy the parts, then you go to your Eclipse and type java.find element by parts, then impute the part you copied.
then after you have
Then
input the parts, what are you going to do?
you close it.
What method are you going to use?
I don't think is there any method. I don't know. I think you just close it because you're not. Are we clicking on it? Abi dot click.
You're
No,
not
you're not
clicking.
clicking on
You're
it.
not clicking. That's why I'm asking for the method you are going to be using.
I don't know.
You just close it.
You just close it. Mhm.
Then what are you
You
going to do with it?
You run it now.
You just find the elements now. You do not interact with the elements.
We just want to test that the entire account is information like that head
Eh,
is visible now.
like which method are you going to use to verify if it's visible?
I don't know, Mal. There's no method.
Jesus. Can anyone answer my question? Okay, this is what you are asking me to do, right? I feel like I've done this. Let me just, okay. Don't mind my code, eh? Let me just try to.
Part of gorilla couch. Its head comes off so you can put it in all
Mr.
sorts
Victor,
of
well done,
wonderful
no. Mr. Victor. Mr. Victor, well done. You are disturbing my class. I will kick you out. Okay, so now let's continue from here. Verify if what's enter account information. Enter account information is visible. Mr. Emmanuel, are you able to run your codes?
No, not yet. I'm seeing
Errors.
some headlines. So, but I don't want to disturb the class because I'll go through the
All right.
previous one to catch
All
up.
right.
Yes.
All right. No problem. No problem. Okay. So Soma and Peace and every other person, since nobody is actually giving me a better suggestion, you said I should just come here, I should inspect this element, right? And I should copy the experts, right? And I should do something like this: driver dot find elements by experts, and I should input then I close it. So you said this is all I have to do, right? Oh yeah, now.
Yes, ma.
Soma.
Yes, ma.
So with this, I've been able to verify if the account information is visible. Then I can go to the next code.
Yes, ma.
Wow. Who have a different opinion or a different suggestion? Princess, I'm coming. Coming. Who else have a different suggestion? Samuel, I'm coming. I know you've done it, so I'm coming. Peace. What do you suggest we do?
You will enter the elements and then close it. Like you enter account information and then you close the code and run it.
I don't understand. What I've actually put the account information experts here. So what do you ask
Yes,
me to do?
there's another one.
Which one?
Like after the brackets, you enter account information and then close your code.
I don't really get that. After the brackets,
Yes, you will type
the
in
I will type what?
enter account information.
I'll put it as a string.
Yes, you put it as a string.
Enter account information.
You're not putting it as a string. No, remove it.
I'm going to remove it from string.
Yes.
Okay.
Abby,
I'm still having a red line.
you're having a red line.
Yes. All right. That's not actually how we are going to go about it. And we need to call a method, right? Of course, we are not clicking on the elements, which is obvious. We are not clicking on it. And we are not sending key to it. We need to call a method to be able to achieve that. So, Princess, I want you to go first before Mr. Salmon. You raised your hand first.
Okay, for me, I prefer to use the is displayed method since we are looking at something that is visible. So if that enter your account information is displayed, it should return something for me. So
Okay.
I'm going to the first. No, I'm not going to use this driver dot find element. What I'm going to use is web element.
Okay, you're going to declare it as a variable, right?
Yes.
Okay. Web elements,
Then I'm going to name it anything. Maybe let's say enter
enter is equals to,
account. Enter account.
okay, enter accounts.
Capital letter for the A.
Okay.
A. The A.
Okay. I'm at your service, ma'am.
Okay. is
All
now
right.
equal to driver
Yes,
dot
Java
find
does find
element
elements.
by the expert. Then you
Okay.
put the expert, and then
I've done that.
I'll use the if statement. If
If if statements,
if then put the what they call it, the enter account. Like this, there's a space there. Can you close it?
a space where?
No, you've closed it already. If
Okay.
that element I named dot is displayed,
Dot is displayed. Okay.
and then you should return this, that system.
Okay. It should
Then
return
maybe enter account information is visible. Else.
else. Okay.
Then the curly bracket.
Brace brackets.
The system. No, the system. Yeah, that one. It should return failed. Enter account information is not visible.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Thank you very much. This is actually a way to go about it. Mr. Samuel. Mr. Samuel. Is Mr.
Okay,
Samuel
ma'am.
still on this call?
Yes, I am. Yeah. Can you hear me?
All right. All right. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. The first person that went, she really did a great job. I just want to add something there. From the first if,
From
she
this
said,
if.
yeah, enter account.
Yes.
Yeah, enter account. Yes, dots.
Dots.
Or is it that we use? Let's say equals to. No, no. Sorry. Give me a minute.
If enter account.
If enter account.
And
Okay.
dot
Is displayed.
equals
No, not dot. Is displayed.
is
Is displayed.
displayed.
Yeah, it should pass. She got it actually. She got the code. I'm just trying to review it. She got it.
Okay,
So
what
there's nothing I
if
want
we
to add.
okay, what if we don't want to use is display? What other method can we call?
Is visible.
What if we don't want to use is visible? What other method can we call? Okay, so let me just explain. Right, you did a good job, Princess and Mr. Okay, Mr. Charles, your hand is raised. Mr.
Yeah.
Charles, your hand is
Yes,
raised.
yes. I was about to say maybe we can use get text, and after using get text, we use
Exactly.
check if it's equal to what we
Mr.
want.
Mr. Charles, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That was what I was expecting us to use. It's not saying we cannot use this is displayed, right? This is displayed is just like it's going to return. Is that true or false? It's a boolean. Like you can see when I over my mouth on it, it's a boolean. But I feel like I emphasize the get text more in the class. So I'm expecting us to use the get text in the like I emphasize it more for Soma, Peace, and every other person. I emphasize the get text more. So after you have actually get your elements like this, you don't just leave it and expect it to verify. You continue with your if statement. Then this is what you are going to do. If enter account dot no or even before I come here, I can just do something like this, right? Before I even come to this if and else block, I can just do something like this. Sys out I can just print my enter account dot get text here. So I'll be able to get what I want to verify. And before I do something like this, and I can actually have it in a way like this. After I have this enter account, right, I can now have string, because whatever I'm getting is a string, right? String new account to equals to enter account dot get text. This is not something that is new to us. We've actually done this in most of our code multiple times. So then if now come here, we will just have our if and else statement to confirm it. If new account does equals, then what are we expecting? What are we verifying if it's visible? Enter account information, right? This is actually the test. You can just have it if it equals to this. Sorry, I copied the element instead. I want to copy the test. So I cannot have the if and else statement like this. Okay, sys out, print pass, and else print fail. So this is what I was actually expecting us to say we should do to verify if our account is visible. We can go through this is display route, and we can go through this if we want to check what are we checking. This new account is going to get the text for us. I want to check if this account equals to this, and if it's equals to this, then you can pass it. Enter account is visible. Of course, that is why it's equal. And if it is not, then we can fail the test. Enter account is not visible. Do we understand this? Do you have any question?
Ma, please oh God. Are you using the both if statement there, or we can just take one?
Just take one. Just
Please
take one.
delete
This
your
is
different.
just take one. You can use this, but this is Princess, you're distressed.
Yes, ma. So this third line, the system printout, if you
This
remove that,
particular one.
yes, I think you've already mentioned get text. Is it necessary to add get text again?
No, it's not. It's not. Instead of calling enter account dot get text, I can just call new account here, because that's where my actual result is now. Do you understand?
Yes, ma.
Yes. So do we understand it now? Before we move on, so I want us to actually verify if it's visible. I want us to write the code out for this one now on our own. Save it and run your code. Let me see what we are getting, so we can continue with the class. Please, I'm trying to, this is not what we're supposed to be doing today. We're supposed to move to the next class. I'm doing this for the sake of people that did not. Mr. Charles, do you do my assignment? Mr. Charles,
Yes, I did.
you did not send it to me. How am I going to confirm if you do?
Okay, I'll send it in the past minute.
All right, are we following? Mm, please, I want to know the people that are following so we can move on. And do we understand this? We can actually have it like this, like you want to verify if it's visible or not. Yes, you can use the his display method, and you can call the get text method. That's why I was asking you that, okay, which method are we going to call after we have located our elements? Now we are not clicking, we are not sending key. We need to call another type of method to help us to be able to do the verification, which is get text. And this is not even our first time of using this method. Can we
Ma,
move? Yes, ma'am.
please can you just scroll up a bit? I want to ask question.
Okay.
This string new account, from that new account, I understand the web elements that you are calling enter account dot find java dot, but I don't understand this string new account. equals to enter account, get test. I don't really understand it.
Please, this is not my first time of explaining this particular line of
I
code. Peace.
you
Hold on. Yes,
you
I know you don't understand. Don't worry. Peace. Please, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Please, can you explain this line of code for me?
Which line of code?
This line 49.
Okay, you are trying to register new account as a string, and then you will. Can I continue?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay. So you're registering new account as a string,
Okay.
and then you make it to be equals to the web element that you have already created, which you want to find. I don't know if I explained it in the way she will understand though.
Okay. Why do I need to register this new account as a string before calling this enter account? Can any
So
other
that
person so that
you will be able to be referencing it going forward instead of typing it out. Like so
no
that you'll be referencing the enter account instead of typing it out again.
instead of okay, part of it, part of it. Can anyone explain why I'm doing this? Why do I need to enter this string? This I've explained this multiple times in this class. Mr. Charles.
Okay, sorry. You are entering it as a string because it's a text. It's not an integer.
And it's returning, what is the return type of this particular enter account?
A text.
It's a string.
A string. A
Then before
string.
I can register this before I can make this new account, it also needs to be a string. Mr. Charles, please, can you help us to throw more light to it? I see your hand is raised, and I will want your contribution as well.
Okay, I was about to say we declare it as a string variable because we are expecting it to store a string value and so that we return a string value also.
That's just it. So, Soma, this line of code, right? I need this enter account is going to get this enter account is going to look for when I run this code, this enter account will just come to this page and look for this text. Like, but will not do anything to it. Like, it will not interact with it, it will not click, it will not do anything to it. But I want to get the text. That is what I will use to verify if it's actually visible or not. I want to get the text, and once I click on this get text method, it's going to come to this code, and it's going to come to this page, fetch this text method, enter account information, and this particular enter account information is a string. I've explained it earlier. This is not an integer, it's not a number, is a string. So how will you know that? Even in your code, if you over on this get text method, it's telling you that whatever this thing wants to return is going to be a string. You are seeing string here, and I want to store this as a variable. Before I can do that, I will need to declare a string variable as well. I will need to make this new account as a string so that I'll be able to save this enter account get text inside. That's why I did what I did. I said it's one of the classes. I said it's like you want to have a sugar, you have a sugar container and you have a salt container. You cannot pour your sugar you cannot pour your sugar inside your salt container. Like, it won't make sense and it won't come out well. What you can only do is to pour the same type of stuff inside the same container. Like, if this sugar only accepts sugar, let me pour sugar inside, and if this container only accepts salt, let me pour salt inside. For this particular stuff, it only accepts a string, and this particular method will only return back to you a string. So before you can do that, you need to declare a string also as a variable. So do you understand this line now?
Yes, ma, I understand. So I want to ask now, this line of code, is it applicable only when the element you want to interact with is not something you can click, or maybe a drop down or a number? It's just something you want to verify? Because like the last code that we wrote, that we tried to verify the home page is visible. At least it was clickable. So we are to apply this get test in elements that are not clickable. I want to understand.
it's not necessarily an element that is clickable or not clickable. It depends on your test case. We are following this particular test case, right? It depends on what you want to test for. If you want to test for an element that you can click and you want to just get the text, like for example, Soma, you want to confirm if whatsoever the developer has write here is test cases and not maybe test cases, maybe this C is K. So you can still use your get test method, but this time around you are not clicking on it. You just want to get the test and verify if the test is correct. Do you understand now?
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Yes, that is the purpose of you using the get text. It's not when you're, it's not, this test case is clickable, but it depends on your test case. If your test case is to click with this on this test on these test cases, then you can proceed to use the click. But if your test cases just want to check maybe whatever spelling they have done is correct or is not correct, then you can use the get text. Use the get text to fetch the text that is on the page, and you verify it with the correct one that you have.
Okay.
All right, can we proceed now? Let's save our code and run it. For those of us that now, let's go to what else? What else? Verify. Okay, it's visible. Now we can continue to fill the form. Now we have this Mr. and Miss, right? And this actually comes by default. These two actually come by default. They are what I don't really need to add these two again. So I just have to inspect this element, right? For the Mr. or Mrs. anyone. Inspect, click on it, and I can use name is title, ID. I can find elements by ID here, ID gender 2. Now this is to fill account information. Please, I want us to also continue from our hand. I hope we should be able to do this as well, because we understand this is not even where we are going today. I'm hoping we'll be able to get to where we are going. Okay, so we have the title, either Mr. or Mrs., right? I'm clicking on the Mrs. Okay. Now driver dot dot click. So this will click the title for me, and the password field. I can come here and inspect the password field as well. So I can use ID. ID is password. The send key, and my password will be 1234. Please, are we following? Hello.
Yes.
Okay. Soma, are you following?
Yes, ma'am, but I'm still trying to type the if statements. I'm following.
I want you guys to update your code so we can. Peace, what about you?
Yeah, I was trying to verify if the web element is visible.
Okay. So should I
Not.
hold on or I should proceed?
You can slow down a bit.
Okay. Victor, what about you?
I'm following, but I'm not with my laptop. That is why I haven't been saying a lot, but I'm just following what you're doing. I'll have to go through it later.
Okay. So, um, now we have to input all this information, right? Okay, this is actually what I want to do on this page. And after I do this drop down, I will just, because I feel like some of us have actually done this, and we'll just move on to today's class. Let me just do this drop down and this newsletter and run the code. Then this address information, right? We can just input it ourselves. Abdul Qadir, are you following the class? Like, are you with your PC? Are you updated? Let me just check up with others. I don't know.
Yes, I'm following the class.
Where are you now?
I'm trying to write the code.
Which aspect of the code are you trying to write?
Um, I'm trying to complete the one you just completed earlier. The
This
first one.
if I
Yes, just the if statement. So
just use one, please. Just use one out of this. Even if you are using the if display method, you know you don't need all this. You don't need these two lines. But if we are using this equals method, you are using the get text method, then you need to add these two lines. So what will you suggest? Should I hold on a bit?
you can continue. I think I have the idea of the if statement before.
Okay. Who else is on the call? Charles has actually done. Comforts, are you following? Good evening. Can you hear me?
Good
Say
evening,
comfort.
ma. I'm not
Yes.
following, but I'm using my phone. My laptop is down.
Okay. 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 All right. Okay. So let me just go ahead and inspect this. Okay. I want to talk about. I hold on because I want to talk about this drop down. This date of birth. If you see, this date of birth is a drop down, and I actually explained last class how we actually interact with drop down. Soma and Peace and Abdulkadir and others, can I continue? I want to explain this drop down, and I want us to actually give our attention to it.
Okay.
Ma,
Yes.
I don't know if you'll be angry. I want you to continue, but I want to send something to the chat so that you just see so that we can continue. I'm done actually, but at least I'm having a little bit of error. I just want to rectify it so that when I run it, it's not going to affect my code.
Okay. No
Okay,
problem.
thank
All
you.
right, Peace, your hand is raised.
Okay, I have a question.
Okay.
We already have an existing. Sorry, it might take you back a bit. We already have an existing codes in our Eclipse before this verify enter account information is visible. Now, if you run the code, is it supposed to like run everything and then bring it out in your console?
Yes, you're supposed to run everything and bring it out in your console.
Okay, what I'm asking is because it's just um the test title automation exercise that is being displayed. Okay, let me go through it again.
I've sent it. I've sent it to you.
So, ma, what happened to this line 48?
Yeah, I don't know.
Can you do, is it vertical scroll or horizontal scroll? So the last page, what do you have there?
What I have there is
What
dot
what
click.
kind of What kind of buy? Is this how your buy has always been? Okay, I feel like is this screenshot issue?
Mm,
Okay, just do
The
vertical
problem
scroll.
is,
And let me just see, or send that particular line of the code to the chat.
what is just there is just dot click, then it's covered. And
Why do you put dot click?
verify this thing is visible. What is supposed to be there? I should just remove the click. Let me just snap it and send to you, please.
Answer my question. Why do you put dot click?
Sorry, my dot click is not supposed to be there because I'm not clicking on the element. I'm just verifying that it's visible.
So fix that.
So the second line of this thing that is also
Which
that's
second line?
the Java dot find element. You did not. I have error there. You did not see it. I don't know why.
Just re-enter the code. You're not having errors in others now. So for you to be having error in that particular line, maybe you have do something that you're not supposed to do. I'm just saying. Just send the line of the code to me, or you just try to have a new line and re-enter the code.
Okay, ma.
Yes. Can we continue now?
Yes, ma.
All right. Peace. What about your code? Is it working now?
Not yet. Don't worry, you can continue.
What's the issue with it? Can you share your screen, or you can send a screenshot?
Okay, I'll send the screenshots.
Okay. So I just want to explain this select method that we use to select our drop down. Right? This is actually a drop down field. And I just want us to explain that before we go to the error handling and how we actually, because after this is checkbox, you can do that the same way you did others, and you can just send key to others as well. We don't have any other critical scenario. Please, I'm waiting for your screenshots. Now, for the drop down, I actually explained this last class, right? And I said if we want to use the drop down, we need to use the select action to actually interact with the drop down. Because in most cases, we are performing a select option. Now we are not clicking, we are not typing, we want to select from what we have. Now, I explained that there are actually ways we can actually go fix that or try to test that. But the first thing we need to do, of course, is actually have our elements declare like this web elements, what we are testing for, the name, and we find it. And after that, we can now call this select. I said this select method is actually an inbuilt, like you can see, it is an inbuilt method in the Selenium. You have to use it to select when you want to relate to anything drop down. This is what you have to do. Then you have to call this select method first. Select, now you have to declare it as a variable, whatever thing you want to use it for. Like if I want to say select my drop down or anything, this can be anything, to equals to new select. Now I will put what I want to select here. This is the this is the element I want to select, test drop down. I have it here now, so I can put it here. Or if I don't want to do like that, I can just do driver.find element by id and copy everything here. But just to make your code properly structured, right, it's better you go this route. Declare your web element first, store it in this variable, then you have it here, you add this your drop down inside your select. Now when you have done that, if you want to select by index, you can now select with this new variable, my drop down dot select by index. Then this will select 3 for us. Index
Hey,
start from is 0 to 1. I explained this last class, like our index starts from 0, 1, 2, 0, 2. So if I select index 0, it's going to select either 1 or it's going to select 0, which is 1, on the day. And if this also can be, is this a placeholder? So if we want to select by index, we can input the index number. If we want to select by value, we have different type of select. I can select by index, I can select by value, and I can select by element name. I explained this by visible text. So if I want to select by value, I'll just have to put the value here directly. I want to select by 3, 4, 5. I want to select 10. So this is going to be what is going to be in my value. And lastly, if I want to select by visible text, right, I'll just have something like my drop down, which is my variable name, dot select by visible text. Then what is the visible text? It can be any, right? Let's say 26, or maybe let's just say I want to select month, for example. I want to select May. So I'll just come here. I'll just say select May. Pause. So that is how the select works. And I've actually explained this last class. Okay, I want to check. Your code throw an exception error. No such elements. And this is what we want to talk about today. Peace. Peace, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, you need to. This is an exception error. This is what we want to talk about today. This is actually what this class is going to cover. But what you are not doing right is that the expert you have actually copied is not correct. That is why we are getting this no such elements. The expert you are trying to copy is not correct. You can check with that and try to copy it again. And make sure that the elements you want to interact with is the actual one you want to interact with.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, just try to let me compare your expert with mine because it's supposed to be the same thing. Or maybe you have actually deleted something from it when you're trying to copy. You can just copy it again. When was the last time your code run? Let me even check. Maybe it's not even now that. Where was past? The title is automation exercise. Where is this code?
I used it early hours of this morning and everything was fine.
And where is it? It's not on this screen again. Did
It's
you delete it?
no. I didn't. It's up.
Why is it? I don't understand. Okay, you get title here. Plus title. Okay. Please let me see this code. I want to see. It might even not be this. Have you looked for an element except from this?
No, I've
P.
not. I just want. I'll
Okay.
check and then get back to you.
All right.
Yes,
Just
for
check.
the home button that we did in our last class.
Okay. All right. So, do you have any question regarding the select method before we move to today's class, please? Please, do
Ma,
you understand the select method? Okay, Princess. So,
Uh,
ma, I'm coming.
I understand the index and the visible text, but I'm confused about the value because I tried it. I didn't know what to write there.
The value of is the same thing as visible text, right? The value, what is the value, is what you're expecting.
Okay, okay.
Like if I'm expecting 10, then my value will be 10. If I'm expecting me, then my value will be me.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
So, ma,
yes, ma. So
yes.
my question exactly is, this web elements. You said first of all, you said if we don't want to assign it to a variable, we can still start from the java dot find the element by id, then select my drop down equals to my new select, then text drop down. So my question exactly is, this place you commented out, this selecting by index, then you now said my drop down dot select by index 3. Are they not the same code?
Let's take it one by one. Let's take it line by line. What do you think I'm trying to do with this particular line of code, Soma?
We are trying to interact with the element that the elements.
Are we trying to, are we interacting with it? We did not click, we did not send key, we did not do anything.
No,
What are we
we are
trying to
just
do?
we are still trying to create the variable, like to uh assign the test waiting to a variable. We want to assign
What is the variable name?
test down drop. Yeah,
Test drop down.
test
Okay,
drop down. Sorry.
thank you. Now, for this select method, I said we will use this select method. It's an inbuilt method for in Selenium that will enable you to select or to be able to test your drop down. And how do you run this select method? Select, you type your select, your variable name, whatsoever you want to give it, to equals to new select. Now, this new select is actually expecting you to actually put something. Okay, which element do you want me to select from? Then you need to provide that to it.
Then the element we want it to select from is like the test drop down element,
Then you
right?
will put the test drop down inside this new select.
Exactly.
Test drop
You
down.
comment it, then you close the command. I'll be waiting.
So you understand this particular line of this code?
Yes, yes. Where I
Okay,
don't
so
understand
what
now.
this one just want to do is that anytime you see this element, it want to select. But up till now, it did not know what to select. You know, when you are dealing with drop down, you do not have only one options. For
Yes.
drop down, you will have multiple options. Like for this kind of days, we have day 1 to 31st. For months, we have from January to December. For year, you have numerous year. I don't know. So, and now say we have three method or three ways we can use to select from the element. Is that we select by index. And if you are selecting by index, what are you trying to do? We have from day 1 to 31st, right? And if you are selecting for by index, your index starts from 0 to whatsoever number. So if this is 1, this will be 0, 1, 2, 3. So if I want to select by index and I want to select 4, I will use
5.
4. I will use 3 here because it starts count from 0. That is whatsoever actual figure I want to select minus 1. Do you understand that?
I understand. My question is, that thing you commented out, that's my problem. Because the one you sent to me earlier
What did
has
I commented out?
this selecting by index. Is it, I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Can
This
you
selecting by
move?
index is just indicating what the next line of code wants to do. That is how I've been doing for every code. When I want to enter password, I write enter password. When I want to enter click on title, I write click on title. It's just a comment. Is that the issue? Do you want me to remove it?
I was thinking to let all of them just align instead of maybe writing another code, another code again. I don't know if you understand what I mean. Like
I don't.
like it should start from the beginning to the end. Don't comment anything out. Is it possible?
My this actually indicates that I'm using the selecting by index method. This indicates that I'm using the select by value method. And if I want to add a comment to this place, I will just indicate that I'm using the selecting by visible text method. This should not be an issue for you. This does not disturb your code from running. Any comments will not, and this will even make you to understand what your code is trying to do. Even when you are trying to read, when you are trying to read your code personally, you'll be able to understand, oh, this is what I'm using this particular line of code to do. It's possible in your own code you might just test it straight, but this is what you are going to do. This is for days, right? You will locate these days elements and you will select either by index, by value. You will locate this also elements, this month elements, and you locate this year element. These are three different elements. You don't assume they are one. After you have interacted with these days, right? If I want to select these days by index, then my code can stop here. Then I can come here and write a new code for, let me say this is going to be for my month. I'm just citing an example. I'm not saying the expert is correct though. Now, let me say this is going to be for my month and I'm selecting May. Now I can have something like this again. And I'll have it like this. And I will say this is going to be for my year. And drop down. You cannot tell me my code is not going to work. Princess, you cannot tell me my code is not going to work.
This thing, the screenshot she sent, what I'm seeing there is that she checked if the homepage is visible, and then the next thing I'm seeing there is for her to enter check if enter account details is visible. Like it seems like she did not create like click on sign up.
Which screenshot is that?
She sent it to the chat.
Okay, I've not checked the chats. I'm checking
Okay.
this page first.
Okay.
So, sorry. And yeah, drop down is equals to drop down. And this can be 1998. Okay. So what else do I need to adjust? So Soma, are you
Ma,
with me?
yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
All right. So this particular line of code is going to help me to interact, like to select the, and this next line of code is going to help me to select from months, and this is going to allow me to select from year. Now for the day I use index, I select by index. For the month I select by value, and for the year I select by visual test. Do you understand it now? But don't forget, my ID is not correct. I did not inspect those elements. I just I just needed to do this to be able to explain to you. And I hope you get what I'm trying to say now.
I get what you're trying to say. I did this. I did the month on, but I'm having error. I did
What is
Java dot. Let me read out what I did. I did java dot find elements by ID. Then in the brackets, the ID I copied is month. Then I closed it. Then I came down. I wrote select.
What happened to your web elements? Don't you store it as a variable first? This is the first thing you should do.
Shebi, you said we can actually still do the straight java dot find element by
If you
ID.
want to do the java dot find elements by ID, then you have to paste it here. And I said it's not even a best practice. So just declare your web elements like this. If you want to do your if you want to do it straight, you just come here and you just have to place it inside this select column. Yeah. Yeah, this is what you will do here. How many brackets that? So this is what you will do here. You will not have this line of code again. You will just call your select and you will place the elements inside straight. But I said it's not the best practice, right? So Ma, do you understand that?
Yes, ma. But I have error.
What's the error? Are you debugging Priest code?
Yes, but what I'm saying there is after checking whether the home page is visible, she moved. The next thing I'm seeing on that code is check if enter account information is visible.
And that's what I'm saying also. She said
That's what I mean.
other
Like
codes are up. I asked her to scroll up and send
she's
the new screenshots.
I think it's the arrangement.
I asked her to scroll up and send the screenshots.
She hasn't sent that one.
Yes, I asked her to scroll up and send the screenshots.
Ma, I want to send my own screenshots.
All right, no problem.
Okay. I've sent it, ma.
Please, I think she didn't click on the sign up button. She has sent to the other one.
Princess, I clicked on the sign up button. I
Like,
used sign up. I entered my name and email. That is why I'm on this other page to
no, the
inspect.
thing is,
If
you
I
did it
didn't sign
manually,
up
Abi. You did that one manually, like on the page.
on the page, yes.
And you're not supposed to do it manually. I'm supposed to see it here,
Ma.
not
Hold
Like
on.
I should.
manually.
So Ma, hold
Yes,
on, please.
this way that you know the first part that we clicked, how you click on the button. You're supposed to
Yes.
see the code here, not you
Okay.
typing it manually. That's why it's not recognizing it.
Okay, she did not click on the sign up button
Yes,
with codes.
yes.
Okay, that's why
No,
it's
no, no.
showing no exception.
Okay, let me
Because
try that.
try to inspect the sign up button and click on it in your code.
Okay.
So from there to continue. That's why I say no
Also,
except no element
also
found.
add the email and the name here too.
You have
Okay.
to be step. You have to be
Send
step by
keys.
step. You have to be step by step. Okay, so Ma, let me just check your error so we can move to today's class, please. I beg. I beg. You're supposed to do this thing as an assignment, and if you have run into any error, we will have checked it together. Although my schedule is busy, but at least I will still find time to check. So Ma, you have to add over on the select, or let me just send you the select. I feel like you don't have the select. Do not have this select. Let me send you this. Soma, can you see my screen?
Yes, ma.
Yes, I'll copy this and we send to you. Paste it at the top of your. Paste it where we used to paste it.
Okay.
Mm. But I don't understand um why your driver is actually throwing an error. Hope you have not.
My driver has been throwing error for me since today. Me, I don't know why.
It is you.
Ewo.
Chase all this code. Chase all this driver dot find all this code, yeah. You are
Mm.
putting it inside a block. This else block.
No.
This else. You did not open any block. You did not close any. I've told you syntax error is very key. For your else statement, right? You did not open anything. You did not close it. See what I'm seeing on my screen here. Is that how I type my own S? Is that how my S is working? This is my X, right? If and this is my S. This is like an open curly braces and a closed curly braces right under it. For your own, I'm not seeing your opening curly braces. And I'm very sure that every other thing that you're trying to achieve in this code is under this else because you have not terminated this particular code.
Okay, okay.
You have to check up with that. It's actually your error.
Yes, ma.
All right. So, Peace, you have to actually complete those flow. But I feel like I've been able to explain how the select work. And please, anytime I give us an assignment, I just want us to beat the time we spend in trying to handle issues like this in class. So we'll be able to actually move on. Abdul Qadri, where are you? Please, let me just check up with you before we go to today's class. Abdul Qadri, can you hear me?
Oh yes, I can. I'm getting errors too, but I'm trying to debug to see maybe it's from my end.
What error are you getting?
Just a second. Hold on.
You can send a screenshot to
Run
the
it.
chat as well.
Okay. Trying to run it again.
Okay, so today we want to talk about exception handling in Selenium, right? Now, we're talking about two major exceptions. I want us to personally read more on other type of exception and how we can actually handle it. But I'll be telling us the possible ways to actually handle these exceptions. Now, what are exceptions? Pin sent a code the other time. Then she was having a type of exception error we want to talk about, which is unable to locate the element, like no such element, unable to locate the element. Like when you're having this particular exception, like when you're having this error on your console, just know that, okay, so when you're having this particular error in your console, just know that maybe you are trying to interact with an element that that's maybe you do not copy the experts very well, or let's say for example what Peace was trying to do on her code, she stopped, like let me just say for example, right? Or let's say for example I click on I use my code to navigate to this home page, right? And I'm seeing all this. Then I click on this manually. Then I now use my code to inspect this. Then I want to interact with this. The code is going to run line by line. And if the code actually run, one thing about code is that it run line by line. And if one line is not working, it will not proceed to the next one except you undo it properly, maybe with exception. That's when it's going to proceed. If you do not do that, it's not going to proceed to the next one. So, or maybe you want to copy your element expert or your element ID and you have made mistake or a woman hero and you feel like, okay, well, I'm trying to interact with this particular element, it's not working. Why? Then you will get this no such you're going to get no such elements error on your console. Like you're going to get exactly what's like exactly the error Please, you can check the chat. That's you are going to get something like that in your console. Now, how are we going to undo this type of element? In a case where that's why it's good that whenever you are running your code, you should follow with your code. Like, don't just leave your code to run. Run your code and follow it. Let it open. Let know where your code starts, know where your code stop. Like immediately your code stop running, you will be expecting an error to be thrown in your console. So at that point, maybe you have a code now. For example, let's say that I have a code. Okay, this is my code. I I want to verify if one page is visible. I get this output. I want to verify if account information is visible. I get this output. And when I want to fill account information for this particular element, let me try to save my code. And I'm supposed to write gender too, because that's what is on the page. Now I'm now type something like gender. For this particular element, I should be expecting no such element as error on this line 63. I should be expecting something of such on this line 63. So I will follow my code. I can see that, okay, my code has opened. I'm on the home page and it's loading, right? I'm expecting it to refresh the home page. That is actually us verifying if the home page is visible. That's the code we write. Then we want to click on the sign up and login button. It has clicked on it. I want to enter name and email. It has entered. It has signed up. Then I want to select either of these. Now, at this point, I've actually have an error. Like I have an error at this point, and I'm expecting it to show an exception to me. You can see everything works fine. New user sign up, passed. New user is visible, enter account information. But when it comes to this place, it said no such elements unable to locate. So when you have this error or exception on your console, just know that. And what happened? What happened? Apart from the fact that um it cannot locate these elements, I still have other codes. I still have this password. I still have this select. I have this select, and I have other codes. Those other codes cannot run because of these exception errors. That is why we need to properly undo these errors. There are some scenarios where you will, like when you are trying to test, you will run into this error, and you will want to check what is going on. But if you have, and sometimes you just feel like, okay, I know that I made a mistake here, but I still want my code to run. For example, I know that this ID gender is the one that is affecting my code, but I still want to proceed. I still want to check. I still want to enter password. I still want to proceed. So how are we going to do that? We are going to now introduce the try and catch block. The try and catch block. That is where we are going to put our elements that is actually throwing that error inside the cache, and we are going to use the inside the try box and we are going to now put the our output. Okay, I want you to tell me that, okay, it's this particular element that failed, and I want you to put it inside the output. I want you to put the particular element that failed. Just print it out to my console that, okay, it's this element that failed. Don't worry, I will deal with that element later. And what this is going to do, this is going to actually help my code to continue running. You can see in the case when there is no try and catch block now, currently now, my code just stopped running at that point. But if I add this code inside the try and catch box, if I add this inside the try and catch now, you will see that it will actually just print the error to my console and continue running other codes. That is why error handling is important. Sometimes you will run into errors are something that are normal. It's not something that's There are something that are normal. Maybe you are trying to copy a code, or maybe the element you are trying to interact with is not even ready, or something like that, you will just get an error. So when you get an error and you know the element, the particular element that is actually giving you error, just introduce your try and catch block to it. Just capture it in that block, then you will be able to proceed with your code. Do you understand that before we go to the practical section? Do you have any question regarding that? Mr. Abdulkadir, I'm checking your code now as I wait us to talk if you have any question. Mr. Abdulkadir, you have the same error as Peace because your code did not. Mr. Abdulkadir, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm with you.
This is what you are trying to do. You launched the website, right? I want
Yes.
to enter account. This is what you do. This is what you do. This is the website.
Okay.
I want to let me just do two different scenario for you. You still tell me that this email has okay, I've not used it. Okay, now you want to actually interact with this element, Abby?
Yes.
Yes. But after you have launched your website, you said come to this website to and interact with this element, which is not possible.
Oh,
Yes, because before you can interact with this element, right, you'll have to manually, when I'm testing manually now, I will have to click on this sign up and log in, right?
yes.
I'll have to enter this and this and click on sign in before I can get to this page. So you're now telling your driver to locate an element that is not presently on the current page you are on, which is not possible. That's why you're getting that exception error. Before you can locate that element, you have to click on this sign up and button with your code. You have to actually enter your name and email address with your code, not manually. Click on this sign in button or sign up button. Then it will now take you to this page. Then you can now continue from there to interact with this element. Do you get that?
Oh, yes.
All right. One thing I think you can do if you just want to interact with it directly, I'm not sure.
Okay.
You can
Just
just
copy
use,
the.
just copy this URL. Yes, just copy this.
Okay.
I'm
But
not
how do
sure
I
if
what's the command for me to get from the first page to this other page?
okay, there's no command, right? Just come to this. This is the element you want to interact with here. Inspect this element and click on it. Use the click action. After you have
Oh,
clicked on it, do you get that?
yes.
Then this is the new user sign up. You inspect this element here. You send key to it. What is the name you want to use? Maybe my name. And you inspect this also. You send your email address to it. Do you get this as well?
Yes.
Then you inspect this sign up button and click on it.
Click.
So those are the 4 steps that you will do before you can able to get to this sign up page. Before you can get to the sign up page.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Let me just copy
All
the
right.
URL for now while I figure out the other one.
Yes. You're welcome. Okay. Do you understand the try and catch block for error handling? Do
But
we understand?
is it safe to say maybe I don't really understand? I don't know if I'm the only one, or let's not be like I'm taking us back. Am I the only one that
Okay.
doesn't understand?
Okay. Okay. So someone don't understand. So do you want me who else don't understand? So I'll know how to go back. Princess, do you understand? Samuel, do you understand? Charles, do you understand? Mr. Victor, Emmanuel, Comfort. Please, I want us to reply. We have
But
few minutes left.
my I have a
Yes,
my what exactly is this non-existent ID?
Ma?
The non-existent ID from um command.
I don't understand what you asked.
So when you
Okay. It was what I was trying to do the other time. Like that means it does not exist. Like the ID does not exist. Just a scenario. I did something like this the other time. I feel like this stuff was gender too, if I'm not correct, if I'm not wrong. Do
yes,
you do you remember?
this is gender too.
Yes, this is gender too. So if I save this and I run my code, I should not be having any exception error. But I
Okay.
intentionally remove this gen 2 from the gender because I know that there's no element with this particular ID on the system. And it's going to throw an exception for me.
Okay.
Do you understand that?
Yes, ma.
All right. So Emmanuel, you were saying something. Or someone was saying something before paste results. Okay. Please, if you want to talk, please, I want us to talk. I want us to ask questions. Samuel, Peace, Abdul Qadir, Charles, Victor, and everybody.
Ma, I can see it. I think I understand it. Just me doing the practical when I get
Okay,
to my laptop.
you think you understand it. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, Samuel, what about you?
I do. From my understanding or from what you explained, I could pick out something there in terms of you have to follow your code with due diligence and patience. So you don't have this
Oh,
kind of error explaining.
okay. Oh, Mr. Charles.
I actually didn't follow you line by line, but normally I know how try and catch to works in other
Okay, no,
technologies.
okay. All right. So, Soma, Peace, what about you? Do you understand? I've not been hearing from you.
No, I lost you a long time ago. Don't worry, just continue. I'll watch the class.
All right. Most of the time you say you watch the class and you did not watch the class.
I do. I'm
Oh,
currently in the last class. I
all right.
mentioned it earlier in the class.
All right. I was just joking. Okay, let me just explain again. Soma and every other person, let me just explain again. This is my code, right? And I supposed to Soma, driver dot
Yes,
find
ma.
element by ID. This ID of this code is gender 2. Do you understand?
Yes, ma.
But I intentionally remove the gender 2, so I'll be having an error in my console like this. And one thing about error in your console is that when you have an error in your console, it will actually tell you what is going on. In this case, when I run this code without the gender 2, I'm having this exception errors and I'm having no such element, unable to locate elements. Do you understand now?
Yes, ma.
Yes. So what happened? And what happened? Because I'm having this no such elements, unable to locate elements, other line of codes are not working. Like my other lines of codes are not working. Like I have driver dot find password. It did not bother to send key to my password. It did not bother to select my days and everything. My other line of code just stopped working at this particular line that failed. So what I'm saying is that for us to sometimes you will run into errors, except some no such element. There are different errors you will run into. But for you to properly capture the error so that it will not stop your code from running and you can fix the error later, just put it inside the try and catch box. We are still going to talk about this is how it works, right? You have your try, you have your open curly braces and close curly braces, then you put the web element inside it. You perform any operation you want to perform on the element, like, because and you now have your cache box with whatever you want to name this, and you print it out. The error message you want to print out, okay, elements not found, elements not interactable, no such elements exception, anything you want to print it, you just need to cache it that, okay, I know this particular line of code, I've run it, and I know that, okay, this is where it stopped. I know this is the particular line that is giving me issue. So I just want to capture the error. Just don't disturb my other codes from running. Just let me capture you here so my other codes can run while I try to figure out what I'm going to do or what I'm not doing right in this particular line of code. The purpose of it is that you want your code to keep running without any exceptions, because once a particular exception has been thrown, then your code will stop running. So that is the purpose of you trying to use the try and catch box to capture your exceptions and to enable your code to continue running. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma. Yes, ma.
All right. Now let's now try to do the let's now try. Is someone talking? Okay,
No,
let me
no, I
see.
said yes.
Okay, okay. Okay, so let's now try to do the practical aspect, right? Let me try to run this code with gender 2 first. Let's save. If I do not have any other error in my code, I feel like every of my code should run. Now we can follow the code while it's running. Okay, okay. My month is not working. What did I do? I have to locate this by visual text. Yeah.
You use days for the month's ID.
How do you say? Okay, okay, okay. Okay, yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So it will not work. I did not inspect all this month ID, but that is not even where I want to go. Now, I'm having before, right? I intentionally tamper with my gender too. Where is that code? Okay, and my code stopped running at this point. But now that I've actually fixed this, then it's continued to run to other stuff. Let me just delete this. I don't know. But let me just try to inspect and what? Not is okay, this not. And yes, we should be here. Yeah. Yes. Okay. think this should work now. So I just want to confirm if everything is working. So we'll now try the cache out box, the try box for the no element found, and okay. So everything is working now, and there's no exception here. Every of my code is working now. So let's assume that for this particular gender too, right? I've changed it back to gender. I know that if I save this code, if I save this code and I run this code, what is going to happen? I want us to answer. I've removed this gender too, like I have two here and I've removed it. So if I save it and I run it, what am I expecting to see in my console? And what is going to happen to my entire code?
I think the no exception error need to stop running.
Exactly. So I'm going to run into the
Particular.
no exception error. Thank you, Abdul. I'm going to run into no exception error and my code will stop running. And my code will stop running. Now, to actually sorry, I'm coming. I even have error handling here. So this is the particular error code that is going to make my code to stop running. And I'm just going to throw it inside this try box. And I will declare my code like this, try. I will put the code that I know that, okay, it has this particular point, my code stop running, I'm getting error. And I feel like it's this particular line of code that is not making it to run. Just straight inside the cache, the try box, and use the cache. Just declare your cache, no such element exception, like the type of exception you are expecting. For this particular, I've run the code the first time and I know that, okay, it's no such element exception is actually throwing. Then I'll use the cache method to now print out what I want to get in my console. I can, like, if I want to print the error message out, that's why I will write this. But if I just want no such element found in my console, we should just have this. And if I save this and I run my code, then my code will be able to run the less 9 with just telling me that, okay, when I'm trying to click on this one, is I'm getting elements not found. And this driver.enter password will be able to run, and other lines of code will be able to run successfully. So that's the purpose of this try and cache box. In case when you are running into an error and you know that, okay, this error is going to prevent your other codes to run because your whole system is going to crash, right? You now have to capture the particular exception you are getting, capture it, and be able to print it out to know what you are doing wrong or not. You can figure it out later, and you don't want it to disturb other lines of your code. Let me save this now and let us run this code. So you can see that other lines of code have actually run successful. And now I'm not having any error in my console. What's the only error I'm getting is from this, what I asked it to print out, which is elements not found. And it actually print the message out. Okay, for this particular element is elements not found. Do we understand these concepts before we move on to the second one?
Yes.
All right. Do you have any
Yes,
question?
ma'am.
Do you have any question regarding this? All right, we have another exceptions, that is timeouts. Like when you are trying to, this timeout used to occur, like be ready to see timeouts exceptions when you are dealing with real life frauds, real life, when you are dealing with real testing, not demo sites. Now when you are testing your live testing, when you are testing your live testing, be ready to see timeout exception. And this exception, it occurs because um let's say for example, I want to click on this element, like this sign up and login page, but for some reasons it's not loading. Like when I come to home page, like this element is taking time to load. So it will just sometimes, if there is no timer, it will just load. And if it's loading for some minutes or seconds, it will just throw timeout for you, like, okay, timeout exceptions found. Now you are going to, how are you going to capture it? You are going to introduce weights. What are you using this weight to do? Just wait until that element is found. Like just put it in the wait. Just tell them, okay, just wait for this element to wait on this element is visible. That is what this line of code is just saying. We introduce the WebDriver waits, like waits. Then we say, okay, just the duration that we want you to wait for. Okay, I want you to wait for 10 seconds, for 15 seconds, for 30 seconds, for 90 seconds. Just wait, load very well. Don't just throw timeout to me at any point. Just let it load very well before you throw the timeout. Then after you have actually wait for the element to be visible, then you can now you can now inspect your element, right? And you can now add this weight to it. And, and apart from even you doing this, we are still going to be talking about other actions you can use to inspect elements that is going to take longer to load. Let's say for I'm looking for a more relatable example. I feel like this thing loads on itself automatically. For a scenario when you have something like this, like all this flying in and fly out, and it's everything is still on this page. It's not as if you need to navigate to another page. Let's say for example it comes automatically, right? When you try to relate, like when you try to, let's say for example, right, you're trying to test a page that has something like this and don't need to click it manually, it loads automatically. Now you have another element here and you have another element here. So if you just come to this website, it's not as if you are changing your URL, you are still maintaining this same URL, and you want to expect this element. Okay, and I want to expect this element. You see that it takes some times before it can actually swipe to the next page. So for this type of element, you will need to introduce the wait method to it, so as it will be able to wait until the element is visible before it can interact with it. Do you understand what I'm trying to explain about concerning the wait? Like the wait is just like, okay, you know that this element is going to take long time before it shows up. Maybe like some sort of elements that have to do with this, all this carousel or this pop-up or something that you know that, okay, I know this element is still going to show on this page, but it's going to take time. And for your browser have a default time that is just very short. If it's not seeing the elements, it will just show no element found. Abi, it will just throw time out for you, like the time to wait. It will just throw it as it will just throw the timeout error to you. But because you need to handle this element, you need to properly capture it, you need to introduce the wait. You need to introduce the wait. For example, I have this timeout example here. I need to introduce this wait. I'm trying to interact with this site, Then I need to introduce this wait. Just wait until 2 seconds. Like I can actually send it like to 89 seconds or any seconds. Just wait until you now click on this element. Just wait until the element is visible. Then I find element by ID. This is where you are going to put your find element by hiding now. The particular element you want it to wait for, then you put it here. Then you can now print element found. That is if element is found within the number of seconds you put here. And if element is not found within that number of seconds you put here, it's going to show, okay, there's an exception timeout and it's caught and we're able to catch it successfully. Then your particular other codes can continue to run. It has this is how the wait for timeout actually works. Do you understand this? Do you have any question regarding this? Do you want me to explain more before we move on? Any question regarding the timeout exception? Like I want us to relate to it to real life scenario, and I've actually used this particular because in this case, or maybe and a website that will take time to load, and you need to click on a home button, but the particular website is taking time to load. You just need to introduce your weight to it. Do you understand this? Do you have any question regarding the weight, Abdul Qadri?
Okay, I wanted to ask the position we're going to put this command or the code. Does it have to be like at the top after the WebDriver has been introduced or anywhere in the code?
It can be anywhere in the code, depending on where you want this, depending on the element you want it to wait for.
Okay,
Do you
so far it's
understand?
before the element.
What do you say?
I said so far it is before the element.
Yes, so far is before the element. It's fine.
All right, thanks.
All right. So, Emmanuel, do you have a question?
No.
Okay. Do you understand? Or do you want me to explain more? Like Samuel, I want you to talk. Princess, Victor, Comfort,
I
Soma.
I get the concept of the try and catch.
Okay, and for the timeout exception, you also understand the concept.
Yes, I have a question regarding that timeout.
Okay.
Once we set that timeout, let's say we set it to um 20 seconds,
Okay.
right? And on the norms, the browser after 10 seconds, it will read it as timeout.
Okay.
Now, the 20 seconds, will it wait extra 10 seconds before it throws, or after that 10 seconds, it will just throw the exception?
If you set it, anything you set it here is going to, if you set it to wait for 20 seconds, it's going to wait for 20 seconds. It's not going to add any 10 seconds to it. Whatever you set, the value you put here is the value it's going to work with.
So it is after the 20 seconds, it will now throw the
It will
error,
not
Abi.
show the error. But if after this 20, if before the 20 seconds, it was able to interact with the element, then it's fine. Like it will be able
Okay,
to interact with it. That is why we have this. You can see before the 20 seconds, let's say at 10 seconds, it was able to interact with the element. It will continue and interact with the element and do whatever you want to do with the element. But
okay,
if after the 20 seconds, it was not able to interact with the element, it would show this exception, like this catch, whatever that is in the catch button, in the catch
all
box,
right,
is going to show it back to you. Okay, I was trying to interact with this element, but it's timeout. So with that, we know that, okay, this particular seconds that I declare is small. Let me add to it. Let me add to it. You can just, okay, let me add 50 seconds. I feel like by 50 seconds, you should be able to work. Then you will run your code again. Then you'll be able to work with that.
all right, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Samuel. Samuel. Is Samuel still on this call? Okay, Princess, can you hear me? Do you have any questions?
Yes, ma. Can we use
Okay.
it for particular actions? Like, let's say I want to click something. Can we use this for just that one alone?
And you can use
It's
it now.
the weight.
Yes, you can use it. You can use it. We are still going to talk about it. I'm going to share this slide with us, and I want it's like we still have more actions we can even use, except for that. Anyone with the link? Okay. So you can use it, Princess. You can use it. Samuel, your hand is raised. I was actually calling you to ask if you have any question.
I'm very sorry, ma'am. My request is what you have just attended the slide.
The slide. Okay, it's on the
Thank you
chat.
very much.
It's on the
Yeah,
chat.
thank you very much.
Yes. You know, we said we are going to, I want us to read this particular slide, right? Just read it. If you have any question, just try it out. If you have any question regarding it, just let me know. By next class, right, we'll just go to testing every possible scenarios regarding that we might encounter in real life scenarios, the exceptions we can run into and all. So that is what we are going to be doing by next class. So do you have any question? Soma, Victor, and who else is on the call? Comforts. Do you have any question?
I don't have a question. I'm okay at the moment.
All right. Soma.
Okay, but I have a question.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, the first exception, is there any way we can actually retrieve what we lost?
What do you say?
Hello, I mean, for the first exception, is there a way we can retrieve what the code we actually lost? You know, since we don't want it to throw errors and stop other codes from printing, is there any way we can actually retrieve that? Like, maybe you forgot the code you used and you want to retrieve it. Then you can do that.
I really don't get your question. What are we trying to retrieve?
No, not this first. I mean, the first exceptions we tried,
This
not the
register
first.
user. This one.
No, not register.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay,
Where
so
the
what's your
element is not found. My question is, maybe in the long run, you actually forgot the code you used. Is there any way you can retrieve it from anywhere? A line of code to retrieve that particular.
I don't get. What code are you trying to retrieve? Or do anybody understand our question?
What code?
Where we have elements not found. You know, if we
Eh?
run this code, it's going to disrupt other codes from running. And you need to stop it, like other codes to run except this one. So, but it's actually the only error it's going to show is that this particular code is not found. Now,
Okay.
maybe permission you actually forgot. Maybe you forgot the what should I call, maybe should I use the word thing you use? Is there any way you can retrieve it? Like,
I still don't understand what we are trying to retrieve. I
okay,
understand that you said that if we I understand you said that if we're not able to, like if we use this try and catch box, right? We will be able to use it to capture the error, and it will print to our console elements not found, and our code will be able to run successfully, right?
yes, ma'am.
So what are we now
Yes,
trying
yes.
to retrieve?
Okay. Okay. I'll go over it again. Maybe well, anyway, in the next class, I'll reach out to you. There's something I'm trying
Okay.
to.
Wait, sorry. Is she trying to say, can the exception show the right code or correct the code or what?
Yes, like, is there any code you can run? Maybe to get.
Oh, okay, okay. I
I don't know
get
if
the
you try to
question now.
understand. Yes.
Okay, like the exception should help you to correct the code.
The
Yes.
missing.
No, it can just inform you that something is wrong. You have to figure it out
Okay.
yourself.
What
That's why,
is? Oh.
yes, that's why I said that
Okay.
you should closely work with your code. Like when you're trying to run your code, you should always like stay focused because it is automation testing does not mean you should not know what is going on. So when there's an exception, you know that okay, this is the particular line that is throwing an exception. Then if I want to fix this now, like I'll just need to focus more on this particular element, right? Because what an exception is going to help you to do is going to limit your stress. When I do not have exception in this code, I know that at line 60, my code stopped running and other codes did not run. So I might be thinking that okay, what code actually caused this error? Is it this? Is it that? Do you understand? Because most of those other codes did not run. But because I've actually captured the one that caused the error, I can see that, okay, all of my codes run successfully. Then I can pay more attention to the one that is not running and I can try to fix it. Do you get that comfort?
Yes. Yes, I do, ma. I
Yes,
do.
all right. All right.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. So I want us to go over the document I shared, right? Because we'll not be having class next class, and I want us to try. For those of us that have not completed this automation, this test case, this first test case, please, I want us to complete it. Register user, just come here. Register user, just complete it. And for those of us that have completed it, right, we can go on and move to any other like this login users. We can just go on and just get our hands busy, like just to try to relate to all this code. Like, okay, just try to write code step by step for either of these two. And let's try to read these documents and you can always check up with me on to know if there is any issue. Like I'll reply and we'll meet next week. All right. Do you have any other question before we call it a day? All right. In the aspect of none, good night. See you next week.
Good night, man.
Mm.
Nice one.
Good night, sir.